Hi. I friggin' put the wrong time on the thumbnail. I'm just sitting there looking at my own thumbnail and I'm like, oh my God, I put that up on TikTok and on Instagram. I put the wrong time. So anybody seeing that right now is thinking this thing or that it already started or it's already over. I was in the wrong reality or something. I don't know. At least you all had the brains to hop on over. How is everyone on this fabulous? Oh, Poop's bringing toys over. Poop's gonna show off for us all. I told y'all, come here and show them. Come up here and show them what you got. And she's throwing it back and forth. It's the snake that Summer gave her. If Summer is here, I didn't see if she was here yet. Summer, she drags this friggin' long ass squeaky snake everywhere. She drags it up the stairs to bed every night. She loves it. Do you hear? She loves it. You tell him, Poop. She's totally showing off because I'm talking to you guys. I just want you to know this. Come up here and show him. Show him what you got. Yes, she's ripped it to shreds. She doesn't care. She still loves it. All right, anyway. I have roughly 45 minutes till my next call. Hence, I'm here. Because I told you I'd go live. I thought for sure I was going to be able to go Sunday. But I wasn't able to. I'm here now, though. I'm here now, my loves. I'm here now. So, let me get this up over here. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. Meg, thank you very much. Me and SP barely spoke the last few weeks. He's busy, as I told before, so I was okay. Last week, after appeal, I lost his case after 6 years of trial and 2 rules to my advantage. He didn't talk to me since, and I'm freaking out. My brain is like, it's over. Okay, hell no. Hell to the no, Meg. Hell to the double L or the double fucking hell no. That's all I'm going to say. No. I'm sure that logical mind of yours went straight to, we lost the case, so now he's done with me. And then I bet your logical mind, exactly, Hawkeyes. Did someone say no? I bet your logical mind has been questioning why he's even been intermingling with you, as time has gone on. I bet you your mind, said the only reason why he was even talking to you was because you were helping him or, representing him. Hell to the no. That's nothing but your shitty old thinking, okay? That's all it is. Shitty old thinking from previous self. And the way I word it, I cannot talk. I've been talking twisted like this all day long, okay? I'm frustrated and I'm reacting. All right. When we are in the habit, you know what the worst part is when I get frustrated, once I do that, I snap it out like I just did, then I find everything funny. And then I'll start laughing through it. And then I get distracted because I'm laughing at myself. This is a cycle, okay? I mean, the only good thing about it is my anger goes to humor quite easily. Okay, back to Meg. So, you were in the habit of being a specific version of yourself. You were in the habit of being that version. Just like any single other person on this journey, we all start from, usually a victim state, but we start from a habit of showing up as the same version of ourselves over and over and over and over again, right? Everybody does this. I don't care what anybody says, everybody does.
I'm not sure I understand.
Siri, not today, okay? So because of that, okay, our old shitty thinking feels a little more comfortable when shitty things show up in the 3D. It's comfortable, feels more natural. It's because that's what we are used to. We are used to things not going the way we want in the 3D. We are used to the things that we want so bad to work out. Maybe it's love, maybe it's money. We're all individuals. We all have our area that we're afraid is never going to manifest the way we want it to. We are used to that disappointment. And the reason why I'm so confident in saying we are used to that is because if we weren't used to that, we wouldn't be sitting here worrying or doubting that it was going to manifest. We wouldn't doubt it. We wouldn't be afraid of it never panning out. We would just have an expectation that things would work out and be okay if we weren't thinking those logical thoughts. I'm just saying, all right? So it's been a habit for you. It's been a habit in the love department. So, you know as well as I do that along this journey, you've had your moments of doubt. You've had your moments of thinking the opposite of who you really want to be, which is the version of you in that happy, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, okay? So you've gone to that. You've gone between these different states, right? We fluctuated back and forth. Well, who were we being most of the time? Because that's where we're going to fall to when things are questionable in the 3D or when we're doubting in the 3D. But here's the thing, Mag. It doesn't matter what he's doing right now. I'm not saying your feelings aren't valid because everyone's feelings are valid. But what I'm saying is what he's doing right now doesn't determine whether you are going to get that manifestation. What he's doing right now, or this quietness right now, is not an obstacle. We're perceiving it as an obstacle because of old self. Old self. So choose differently. Choose differently. Go back to new self. Go back to that decision. Go back and stand firm in it. Stand firm. We are in charge of our lives. We are in charge of our 3D. I'm just worried as it was really an important case and I'm feeling like a loser. Oh, hell no, Mag. You are not a friggin' loser. Are you kidding me? Hell no. And number one, let's drop that logical thinking and freaking revise. Revise. I don't care how permanent 3D can look. We can hop to any damn reality we want. Literally. Thank you, Hawkeyes. I saw that. Yeah, could y'all hook me up? Hook a bitch up? 183 of you? A free like? Free? It gets out to other people. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how permanent things look out here. We are not stuck in any reality. We get to choose which reality we are being, living, leaping to. You're thinking logically. You're thinking logically right now, Mag. Okay? And that's all this is. Logical thinking. Who do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like? How do you want to feel every day when you wake up in the morning? How do you want to feel? What do you want to know about yourself? What do you want to know about your own life? I'll use me as the example if you're questioning yourself, like, what the fuck is she talking about? I don't know how to choose. What does that even mean, choose? I mean, I wanted my life to be safe, secure, happy. I wanted to feel fulfilled. I wanted to comfortably and confidently know that I'm in the best relationship of my life, that I don't have to second guess my person. I don't have to worry about where my person is, because I want to be the version of myself that doesn't question anything, because this version of self didn't experience the heartbreaks that the old version, the old me experienced. I want to go to the reality where the version of me is just a cocky bitch who's comfortably knowing that that person loves her the way she loves him. That's what I want. That's the me I want to be. I want to know that I'm in the best relationship, that I can feel safe and secure to trust that I am in the most loving, fulfilling, committed relationship of my life. And I want to be free. I want to be free from worry, free from anxiety, free from stress, free from heartache, okay? And I want every other area in my life, like money, career, family, friends, I want them all to be fulfilling. I want them all to give me joy. That's what I want. That's who I want to be. I literally made a list. This is what new self is. And then I started telling myself that's who I was. Did I have doubtful thoughts? Yes. So fucking what? They're just thoughts. Thoughts are just vehicles to the other versions of yourself. Or another way of saying that is another reality. So how to just choose to be new self? You can affirm it. You can script it. You can visualize a scene that implies you have all of it. Even if you're just manifesting just one thing, maybe it's just your specific person. Okay. Decide that's who you are. Okay? Decide that's who you are. I am the me that's living the most satisfying, fulfilling life. I am the me that's in the best relationship of her life. But do you see that when you're affirming new self, no matter what you're affirming, you bring it back to you. Not because you have to or it won't work, because it's getting you into that natural place of knowing who you are. It's important to know who you are or who you believe you are. We want to live peacefully, knowing we can have whatever we want. So Mag, get back to it. All the scary, doubtful thoughts that are coming up, they're just that, doubtful thoughts. That's it. They're not truth. They're not. They feel like truth right now because of the state you're in and who you're being in this moment, right? That's the only reason why.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, God, Siri, shut up. Return to your decision. Don't think deeper. Don't think for a minute that he's sitting over there saying, I don't want that bitch. I don't want to be with her anymore. That's not what I want. I don't want Mag. That's not what's happening. Okay? That's why I shared my own story with, when I'm in a shitty, like needy state, what was my 3D like? And, I took the notes of how I was feeling, but I wrote down what I was experiencing in the 3D. And I wrote down what happened once I got out of that state. And there's a reason why I shared that. So you can see that it's always working. It's working whether you think it is or not. It's always reflecting you out here. Always. Mag, go back to your decision, period. Go back to your decision. Who you want to be. What's going on in the 3D, the circumstances, the conditions, they don't fucking matter. They're manifestations of old you. That's it. Or we can look at it as the reflection of who you're being in this moment. So make a new decision. You are not bound by 3D space or time. Okay? Oh, well, best wishes to your friend. We're going to decide that she's okay, or she or he is okay. Yes, you will listen to it again and again. Very good, Mag. Good. But everything's going to be okay. And you stop beating yourself up over that stupid ass case. Worst case scenario, revise it. You revise it. just because it makes you feel like it's impossible to turn something like that around, right? It's a court case. It's finalized. I'm not exactly sure how the courts work in your country. I'm just saying, if it was this country and like the court has already, been determined, an outcome's already been determined, so what? Still revise it. And something wackadoodle will happen to bring your desired outcome. Don't you take that as final. Okay? I'm just saying. All right. All right. Oops. Oops. Oh my God. I got magic fingers today because I almost blocked somebody on accident. Oh dear. All right. Ellie Hoover. Thank you very much. Been manifesting SP for... Poop was just kicking the shit out of me. Okay. Been manifesting SP for a while and just found out Sunday he and 3P are pregnant and engaged. Need a pep talk. Okay. Why are we accepting this as final? Okay. 3P's pregnant. They're engaged. You've never, ever heard of an engagement being called off? This happens nearly every day in this friggin' country. Please, this is not an obstacle. And I know your logical mind is probably thinking, oh my God, she's pregnant. That's it. He's never going to come to me. There's a baby now. No. Now, we're not going to wish harm on the baby, obviously. But have we never heard of outcomes as in people break up before the pregnancy because maybe mama is in love with somebody else? Maybe the baby isn't even SPs. Okay, there are no obstacles. Yes, it's not even his baby. This happens all the time too. All the damn time. Right? So put the focus on who you want to be. On who you want to be. If the you that you want to be is in this loving, fulfilling, I'm sorry, the comments are killing me. Give it a Maury Povich story. Exactly. Right? You ever watched old Jerry Springer shows? This kind of shit happens every day. All right? It could be a false pregnancy alarm. Yes, Prats. Exactly. This happens all the time. All the time. You're accepting it as final. You're choosing to be the you that ain't getting what you want. Stop it, Ellie Hoover. I've been telling myself all week it's not his baby, trying to get in that mindset. Thank you. You are welcome. But listen, let me just tell you something. Jerry. Oh, I love that. Okay. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, Drew and Limitless Queen Betch said the same thing. Boom, boom, right after another. That is not a coincidence. But seriously, Ellie Hoover, you don't have to convince your body. It's okay if that anxiety and, nervous-y type feelings are still happening. Not that it's fun to feel anxious or nervous. It's not what I'm trying to say, but don't assume because you still got them yucky feelings that it's not working out here or that you're not returning to your decision. You just decide to be the you that has that relationship with your person. Don't worry about the details in that 3D, right? Figuring out the how is never our concern. You just focus on being the you that has it and everything else will fall in line, okay? Seriously. There are no obstacles to anything. Yes, there is always movement. Keep going. Yes! Wait a minute. I just saw the funniest one. The baby was actually a gigantic pile of shit, and that was flushed last week. Jesus. Oh, and no, we are not talking bad about babies. We're not saying that. We're just saying it was a false alarm, false belly. It was, oh my God, that is hilarious. People. Anyway, put the focus on being the you that has your manifestation. And Ellie, everything will work out. Everything will fall in line. Okay? When your mind wants to go logical, listen, it's almost like y'all know that the minute your mind is going logical or trying to make sense of the 3D, or trying to figure out how in the hell that you're going to end up getting your manifestation now after this really permanent sounding circumstance comes up. You know immediately when the logical thoughts start coming, boop, nope, that's old self. This is not my job. I don't have to figure shit out. I don't have to figure out how. I don't have to figure out any of this. I just need to decide who I need to be. I just need to put the focus on me being the version of myself that has my desired outcome, period. I don't have to do anything out there. If my mind's going logical, stop. Stop. We are not going into shitfucker logical land. We are not going there. It's not necessary. We don't have to think about that shit. We have to decide who we want to be. We need to put our focus on being the me that we need to be, or the version of self that has the desire. Our concern should be getting into our imagination, daydreaming about what our life would be like, living with the full manifestations. Okay? That's where we need to put our attention. Don't let the matrix, the 3D matrix, suck you back into logical thinking. Okay? Allie, everything's going to be okay. Amber, thank you very much. How do we get out of our heads like overthinking? Well, I think I probably just kind of answered that one. Overthinking. What are you overthinking about? You thinking about logical, literal thoughts? Are you trying to figure out things in the 3D? Are you trying to figure out how it's going to come, how things are going to unfold? See, it's not that we got to conquer the overthinking. We need to realize nothing more than, oh, all this overthinking shit is really me just thinking about thoughts that take me to other realities, because it's not the reality I'm in. Unless it's a thought telling me I'm getting whatever I want, that's the only thought I have to concern myself with. So when you find yourself overthinking, if you're noticing that your body is starting to feel like shit, right? Feeling yucky, feeling stressed, feeling anxiety, you know immediately, yep, I'm aligning with a thought that I don't want to align with. I don't want to go to that reality. Sorry, that's old self. Old self. Nothing but old self. Period. So let me say this. When we get into the mindset, like, oh my God, I'm overthinking. I'm thinking all these terrible thoughts. I'm overthinking. Oh my God, this is going to ruin my manifestation. Oh God, I just thought a negative thought. I just had a doubtful thought. Oh God, now it's going to manifest. No, that whole energy of trying to fight with thoughts is your problem. Poop. The dogs next door are barking. So she's going to bark. Come here, please. Can you please come here and be a good girl? Poop. Come here. Come here. Please. Be nice. Be nice. She's not listening to me. But seriously, it's not that you, oh God, I have to battle the overthinking. You don't. No, you don't. It's that you think I have to stop my overthinking is the problem. It's the fear energy. Just stop. Okay? Think about this. Our job is just to put the focus on being our new selves. Like getting ourselves into that Barbie mindset of, I need to make my Barbie come to life. I need to get into that character. The character of me that gets what I want. So how would I play this character with my Barbie doll? You start getting into your imagination. You start, yes, think fun. You start having fun with this. When we're starting to think serious, heavy, logical, literal thoughts, we're in the wrong direction. So don't fight it. Just remind yourself, Pooh! Please! Come over here, be a good girl. I know, you're so excited. I know, it's big. She's got big business. The dogs are barking next door. She's got big business. It's an important job. She's, what do you call it? She's head security of the area. So she's doing her head security job. All right? Come here, Poop. You're reacting to your 3D. Come here. Come over here. She's not having it. Pretty sure she just told me to fuck off. Trying not to listen to it. Sorry. I'm in one of my good moods today, and my boyfriend brought home Mountain Dew. I have not had Mountain Dew since probably the last live stream you saw me with a Mountain Dew. It always puts me in a really good mood. It gives me the ooh feeling. Anyway, so again, this is not about you. Oh, I have to stop overthinking. No, you have to stop worrying about the overthinking. You have to remember who you are. Who you are. You are pure, unadulterated consciousness who currently is in the awareness and the fear of overthinking. And we're attaching the overthinking to it's going to ruin my manifestation. No. Or the overthinking is making me stress out and feel bad. Okay. So put the awareness, put your focus, not with a T, put your focus on what? Yes, all guys, it's literally it. Put the focus on what life would be like if everything was working out perfectly, if you really were your new self. She is so stressed about those dogs next door. Pope, come here. It's not that serious. Come here. I know you take your security job really serious. You're doing a great job. You're so good at this. You're so good at it. You're such a good girl. You're so pretty. Sorry. You're so pretty. It gets her so happy when I tell her that she's pretty. She shakes her whole body. Are you so pretty? That's her tail hitting the wall. You're so pretty. Come up here. Come and say hi. Come here. Come here. All right. So, Claudia, thank you very much. Kim found out fiance cheated. He was with her 5 years during our relationship. We broke up, and months later, he proposed to her. She found out about me, but they are now getting married. How to begin healing? I want him to regret everything. Okay. Listen. When you found out that he had cheated, found out fiance cheated, and he was with her 5 years during our relationship. Now, Claudia, listen, feelings are valid. All right. So I'm not trying to in any way tell you that my feelings wouldn't be hurt if I had a discovery like this as well. Okay. Not saying that. I'm saying let's put it into honest, authentic perception. Okay. We are allowed to have our reaction. We are allowed to have our emotions and our feelings. But once we're done, or at least settled and calm for just a few minutes, let's take a step back. During that time frame, when you have now discovered that he cheated, during that time in your relationship, let's be 100% honest with ourselves. Where were you up here during all of that time? Where have you been, or where were you most of that relationship? Where was your mind? Who were you being? You didn't have to have a specific thought about SP being or cheating or doing anything like that. You don't have to have that thought to experience in the 3D. However, there had to have been some semblance of a belief of not being good enough for SP, for love, something along those lines. So anybody out there, don't start panicking. This does not mean that you're all going to manifest third parties. It's not what I mean. I'm saying nothing out here happens without our permission. Meaning, okay, not feeling good enough, worthy, all the fucked up insecurities, I'm hurt. You have every right to be hurt. This is why I always say feelings are valid. You have every right to feel hurt, and even, expressing those emotions or reacting. You have every right to. But keeping it real, if we want to continue manifesting this specific person, then we have to be in the placement of being willing to, we know how things manifest. Now, this is not blaming and shaming ourselves. This is just, okay, accepting. I know where my mind was. My mind was a hot mess express, thinking horrible things about ourselves, and that's why this manifested. My feelings are valid, and I have every right to feel the way I do, but I'm going to start looking at forgiving, and I know that's a tough one when you're hurt, forgiving and letting it go. And I know that one's a little rough when you're currently in the thick of being hurt. I know. But if we don't start looking in that direction, how can we bring in or manifest the best version of a specific person? We can't. If we're hanging on to previous hurts, previous transgressions like that. I don't want him back. I don't think I can forget this shit, the betrayal. That's an option. If you are not in the placement of wanting to let that go, then you can make a new decision. You still got to choose to be the version of yourself that does know her worth and knows that she's more than enough. But the forgiveness is still going to come into play. I want him to regret what he did, though. He can't do that until you start knowing who the fuck you are. If you sit in this, and I'm going to just, listen, these words are not meant to, I'm not judging, all right? I'm not. I'm just keeping it real. If you sit in the place of desperately wanting him to feel bad for what he did, I understand. I was a vengeful bitch too. But if you are sitting in that, you are going to keep experiencing bullshit in the 3D, in relationships. If you're sitting there thinking, I want him to feel bad for what he did. I want him to. You're still in a needy place and he ain't gonna give a shit about what he did. He's not going to until you stand in conviction of who you are. That's what's going to make him have some damn regrets. But you've got to do it first. Resentment never plays out the way we think it's going to in this 3D. You want him to feel bad, you want him to regret losing you, then you stand in conviction of who the fuck you are. You're more than enough for any one of your damn desires, but you got to know it. You got to know it. You're hurt. Feelings are valid. I'm having a hot flash. Is that TMI? Sorry. I get them around my monthly, okay? I'm having one. But seriously, Claudia, get the feelings out, get those tears out. It's okay. Okay, it's okay to react. Of course it is. All right? Oh, Corey. Jesus. I'm sure all of you wanted to know that little nugget about my monthly. I'm so sorry. Whew. Okay, I want to feel better. Here's the thing. You will. You absolutely will. Because of who you are. You will. You will, Claudia. This is so temporary. It feels so permanent. It feels so painful, but I promise you, you're not going to feel like this for a long time. You're not. And then now that you are making the decision to not manifest him back, if that's really your decision, and we don't judge people for changing their minds over here. That's okay. If you've made a decision you don't want to manifest him in particular, that's fine. But if you want love, and you definitely deserve it, you're going to stay on this path of choosing your new self so you can experience the love you want, the love you deserve. But you got to know it. You got to choose it. This pain is so temporary. It's so temporary. But I'll say this, Claudia, if it's not your heart's desire and you do want him back, we're not going to judge you for that either. I do deserve love, the best kind, but damn, I'm just in the dark. It's because it's fresh. I'm assuming you just found this out. It's fresh. It's fresh. But I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. You're going to look back at this, and as fucked up as this sounds, you're going to look back at this moment, and you're going to realize this was a catalyst for a big, wonderful change in your life. Big, wonderful change. I'm sorry, I am just on fire. It's almost over. It's almost over. Claudia, you are awake to some of the best information ever. You know about manifestation. You know who you are. You know you can create. You're not even creating. Creation's already finished. You know then you can create the best life for yourself. And if that means sharing it with another person, you can bring in the most amazing person, fine-tuned, just perfectly for you. You just gotta know who the fuck you are, what you deserve, what you expect. And you're gonna tell yourself that that's who you are now. And this pain is temporary. Pain is temporary. No more with the not good enough. Never again. And any other insecurities you've got, doesn't matter where they came from. But if you're aware that they're there, and if you're aware that they are there, you're going to start choosing differently. You're going to start telling yourself that you're no longer that version of self. You're not limited. You are not the version of yourself that has limited beliefs. You're not her anymore. And that you are the version of yourself that's in the best fucking relationship of her life, being treated the way you deserve, which is nothing but the best. Limitless Queen Batch, I know. I can't help it. It makes me laugh. My own fuckery makes me laugh. Just saying. Okay? You're the friggin' best version of yourself. You know who you are. You understand that at your core, you are unconditional love, and that's what you expect in your relationships. And that's exactly what you will. I was going to say achieve, but I meant to say receive. Oh my God. No more Mountain Dew for me. All right, Claudia, it's going to be okay. Been there, definitely have done that. Yes, it is safe for you to trust someone could love you unconditionally. Absolutely. Oop! That was the ice machine. She's so stressed. So stressed. She's doing her job. She takes it so serious. All right. Pratt's member for 2 months. Hey, Kim, quick question. Is States making the decision of having or imagining how it feels and marinating in it, or just thinking that I am consciousness? Which one is the right thing to do? I love this question. What out of those 3 things do you enjoy the most? Which one of the 3 things you just listed here, which one of those 3 feel good to you? Make you feel good when you're thinking about it or saying it? And whatever one you say is the one you enjoy, that's the one for you. Manifestation is an individual journey, and you get to decide what is the right way. You do. This is never about making anyone feel like they must do it my way or they can't manifest. No, this is me sharing what works for me. You know what I'm saying? So what works well for me is a couple of things. It was figuring out that I was consciousness. That felt good to me. I like knowing who I really am at my core. But what always felt really, really good and still feels good to me. All right, so before it manifested, it was the telling myself who I was. And the telling myself who I was felt good because I was in my imagination allowing myself to think. And I mean, it was like daydreaming, like thinking, what would my life be like if I was living with all of those things, whatever it is you're manifesting? What would my life be like? I enjoyed how I felt. So I did this is who I am. I am this. And it's what I shared earlier in the call, right? I am the version of myself in the most amazing, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. And then in my head, I would imagine what my life would be like, what a day in my life would look like, living in that relationship and anything else that I was manifesting. Once it all manifested, after the surrealness fell away, because the surrealness more because it literally showed up exactly what I told myself I was. And I was all about embodying the state before this, but it sounds stupid, but it was like a mega level up. But yet it felt even more simpler. Just saying, yeah, this is who I am. This is who I am. So when it manifested, it was just a continuance of, this is my fucking life now. This is what life is for me. And then some other ideas of things I would like to manifest popped up, and now I'm back at telling myself who I am. And this feels good to me, because when I tell myself I am new self, I already know that I've written down, because I like to write, I like paper products, what new self means to me. So when I tell myself that I am now new self, number one, I know what it implies, the list of things I wrote down. But then I allow myself to get into imagination and imagine what it would be like to live my life or to have those things now. And when I say live my life, I just mean what's think of like a YouTube vlog, right? And you're watching people do their vlogging channels and they take you through their day or their week. My imagination goes in the same direction as that. Like I'm imagining what a day in the life vlog would look like with me living with all the things I'm manifesting. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that's what feels good to me. But I'll tell you that if affirming, let's say robotic affirming, if robotic affirming felt good to me, well, then that's what I would do is robotic affirming. I just don't like to robotically affirm. But if I did, I would be doing that because it felt good. Does that make sense? So me telling myself who I am and then allowing myself, and I just say daydreaming because that's what it is. It's daydreaming, and daydreaming is still manifesting. Thank you very much. I just allow that sweeping myself away into it. It's like immersing yourself into that reality, the reality where I am that version. And I just tell myself that's who I am now because it feels good. So do what feels good. It will be right. See what I'm saying? So like people who love robotic affirming, it feels good to them. So it's going to work perfectly for them. And that is the right way to manifest for them. See what I'm saying? So if you're asking me that, because I didn't see who wrote it, but feeling is the secret, which is something Neville Goddard talked about. Please know that if you can't feel what it would feel like to be the new self, that's not a problem. And that will come as you keep returning to your decision to be new self. The feeling Neville is talking about is the feeling of knowing it's done. The conviction of the decision to be new self, to be the you that has what you want. It's that knowing of, I know this is done. I know this is manifesting. I know I'm going to have this experience. I know it. I just know it. Just like I know my fingernails are green. I just know it. That same knowing feeling. I just know it. It's like, duh, they're green. Duh. I'm the version of myself that's going to have my manifestation. See what I'm saying, Prats? Does that help? I know you wrote something. Let me see if I can scroll back. Okay, so it's okay to go back and forth among all those. Yes, absolutely yes. And for what it's worth, I still occasionally script. I don't script daily like I once did, but sometimes I'm in the mood because I love my pens and my paper products and it feels good to write. So sometimes I go do that too. And that's okay, and it's still gonna fucking work because I have manifested crazy things from scripting it. But my go-to is deciding who I am. See what I'm saying? So always do what feels good to you, and then you just know that that's enough. And that you're doing everything right, because then you will be. See what I'm saying? You're that fucking powerful. Yes, if you fall out, return. Is that Titch Keat? Thank you, Hawkeyes. All right, I got 10 minutes. Is that Titch Keat? Oh my God, Titch. Titch friggin' Keat. If any of you are new, you have no idea. Way back in the early days of live streams, I used to get so excited when I would see her username, Titch Keat. And I would say it like that in the live streams. Because when I would see her comments on my videos, I would get so excited and I would say it out loud. Titch Keat! It's got a little ring to the name. I just enjoy it. So Titch Keat's an OG. She's an OG HBIC. Do you remember that, Lisa? Anyways, I have missed seeing your name, Titch Keat. I've missed it. Wait. I just saw Summer. Before I move on to the next one, Kim inspired me to affirm I'm the version of myself who comfortably knows SP wants to be with me more than I want to be with him. Same night, I got movement from him. Yes! Yes, Summer. That makes me very happy. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised you got movement. Well done. Is that Hitman Thornton too? Oh my God. It's like, what's this, like a family reunion? Family reunion night. Love it. Man. We are having a group hug moment. How exciting. Hi, 261 people. Could you hook me up with a like? 263 versus 91. What is that fraction? 91 over 263. Somebody do it for me. Could you hook a bitch up? Could you? Is it 78? All right. Hold on. Salty, member for 6 months. Kim, I have a coworker, same girl, telling me lies about SP that he don't want me, etc. SP tells me she is lying, but I'm hurt and confused. Lots of drama at work. Advice. Yeah. By you, Salty, telling me it's the same girl, I'm assuming that you are reminding me that it is the same girl that we had a similar circumstance with months ago. Same girl who told you something upsetting. I'm not going to say it on here, but told you something upsetting about SP shit, and you were bothered by it. So it's the same heifer at work. Okay? Same heifer. No more drama in my life. Yes, Mary J. Just saying. No more pain. Okay. No more pain. I love Mary J. Blige. Anyway. What was the soap opera that she got that music from? That initial background music. Somebody know what soap opera was that? What's it called when they put sample? It's a sample from a show and I don't remember what it was. All right. Back to Salty. All right, Salty. So we have a circumstance with the same heifer. You picking up what I'm putting down? Same one. Thank you, Kilwell. Yes, the young and the restless. All right. Wait, what? Kim is the songbird of our generation, like Will Ferrell and Step Brothers. The fact that you just made that connection and used the analogy as Will Ferrell and Step Brothers, one of my favorite movies. You are my new best friend. Thank you very much. Is it Zug? Wait, isn't there a Sug? No, I'm thinking of a YouTuber. Zoe Sug. Or something like that. Yeah? I love that you did that. Thank you so much. And I accept that nice, wonderful compliment. Thank you. All right, Salty. Why are we listening to this dumb bitch? Why are we listening to the dumb bitch? Why are we listening to the dumb bitch? Okay? Why? Now, don't get me wrong. Okay? I have been in this scenario with old SPs. This is obviously before I knew about law of assumption. So this is way back. When I worked with an SP, I wouldn't have called him SP back then either because I didn't know about law of assumption. But having a dumb bitch coworker tell me something about my ex at work, and I believed it. I believed it first because it was bad. It was a nasty rumor, bad, and I believed it. Why did I believe it? Well, if I had known about law of assumption, Neville Goddard manifestation, I would have just slapped a bitch and said, please don't reflect fears. Thank you. But you know, Salty, that whenever we're experiencing out here when it doesn't feel good, it's a reflection of an inner fear based off who we are being. Or we can look at it as old manifestation of old self. But why were we ready to accept it and let it bother us and hurt our feelings? I'll tell you why. Because we are all guilty of this. This is not just Salty. This is all of us, including I was this person too. Because it's easier to believe negative, disappointing bull first. It's easier for us to believe nonsense, negativity, hurtful things, and definitely things like SP doesn't want me. It's easier to believe that because we've been hurt in the past. We've been hurt in the past. We've been disappointed in the past. We have a history of shit experiences. Some have longer experiences of shit circumstances and experiences than others. But that doesn't mean they hurt any different, right? So at one time, we were a version of ourselves that was in a victim state. Every single one of us has been in a victim state. So this is no judgment on Salty. Every one of us has been there. When we were in a victim state, we manifested shit experiences in the love category. I did too. And when you're on a manifestation journey, those creepy, shitty, old circumstances are still here. They're like surface level. So when something in the 3D resembles a past experience, we always run back. We fall back to that. We believe that first because it matches our old history. It matches life as old self. So our mind just sucks that right in and grabs it and believes it. But Salty, yes, actually, negative is comfortable. Yes, it is. And this is why I say that victim state is the great deceiver, because as shitty as victim state feels, it also in a twisted way feels natural, normal, and safe, because we're used to being there. But Salty, you know, as well as everybody else knows, this is a journey of self. Nothing to change but self. You have been working on self. You've been choosing new self, and you have been successfully shifting and evolving as new self. So we had a blip show up in the 3D. So fucking what? So fucking what? Is this gonna stop you from getting your manifestation? Hell no. Does this make sense why it's here? No. Does our 3D have to make sense to us? No. Do we know that if we return to our decision to be the version of ourselves that has our manifestations, do we know that if we keep returning to that we have to be given our outcome? I hope you all said yes to that. We have total power, control to decide who we are. We might not instantly believe it when we make that decision, but we have the power to make it. And when we make that decision, we go to that reality. But the 3D doesn't have to make sense to us to get what we want. Yeah, Lisa, so fucking what? But seriously, we should know from past experience not to listen to this dumb bitch at work, number one. And number two, it doesn't matter what we're experiencing in the 3D. We still get what we want in the end, somehow, some way. This is a part of the bridge of incidents, and it's nothing more than that. So thank a bitch for showing up on the bridge. But other than that, she can go right here. Stop listening to stupid people. We know she's a stupid person. Hawkeye's comments always just, I love her. But seriously, Salty, no. No. You return to your decision and you stand in it with conviction. No more intermingling with this dumb heifer. She's reflecting an inner fear, and she's reflecting it so beautifully, it bothered you. It bothered you. It was plausible to you. It hurt. Feelings are always valid. It would have hurt my feelings too. But it hurt you. It jarred you. Why? Because there's a belief there still. Return to your decision. Your power is not on the outside. Your power is not in the outside. It's not in the 3D. Your power is in here. And the power in here is determining what goes on out here. Return to your decision. We don't even need to go into the logical, literal details of what the dumb bitch said. We don't even need them. Reflection of fear, return to new self, and stand in conviction. And don't let the 3D tell you who you are. Fuck me, I am late for my own coaching call. I have to go. All right. Salty, you can do this. You have not come all this way to not get what you want. You haven't evolved all the way to here to then not get the manifestation. That's not going to happen for you. We don't need to dissect what that dumb bitch said to you. We don't got to dissect it. We don't have to figure out why did she even say that. We know why. Reflection of fear. Return to new self. Period. No exceptions. Return to self. The answer to every single question, honestly, is always return to self. Return to self. We don't let the 3D tell us different. Ever. Okay? Thank you. Yes, Lisa. Thank you, Hawkeyes and Lisa specifically for reminding me. Thank you. I love you all. You know the deal. If you sent me a question, if you super chatted me a question, I will answer you in a fucking video. I love you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Channel members, I'll see you all tomorrow night. All right? You can do this. All right? There's no obstacles. No obstacles. The obstacles are there because you believe that that obstacle is possible. Return to self. Things melt away, right? We don't blame and shame ourselves, though. Got that? All right. Love you all.